about what the format is, how the format looks like. So I don't know whether how many of you all have gone through that. I hope everybody did. So how the monitoring format will be, and according to the years also I put a tabular form that is table 2, which clearly says from which month to which month these monitoring, that is quality monitoring tools, and who are the key persons and what are the levels, everything I gave you all in detail. You already saw in your, it is just for your reference. I cannot say that you have to write all those things in your examination, but for your clear understanding. When you write on the exam, you will be knowing what sort of formats will be there, and you can write it on your own if an answer comes from that. This table 1 from your textbook is more than enough, but you should know what is cluster resource centers, what are block resource centers, and what is a block monitoring format, district monitoring format, and state monitoring formats. So to have that clear reference, I gave you that monitoring sheet. I hope so everybody had gone through that. So today in the classroom we are going to speak about quality assurance in education, that is SSA, RMSA and RUSA. So these are the terms you have been hearing from the day one you have joined into the BEd curriculum. That is the day one you have joined into this training program. You are hearing a lot about SSA, RMSA and RUSA. So today's class we are going to speak about what quality assurance is given through these kind of programs. So these are the programs implemented especially by the central government, where state government has to take care of that. Funding is also given by the central government itself. So SSA is all about Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. The prime for what we say, the prime aim or goal of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is universalization of elementary education. The first prime important is the elementary education. At least a child should be, every child in the society or every child throughout India had to enroll themselves into the school system. That is, at least they should know their names, at least they should read the letters, at least they should get introduced to education. So putting that in mind, this SSA was launched. This SSA, that is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, the simple, what we call as the simple, to say simply, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is education for all. So this education for all is from the age group between 6 to 14 years. That is, everybody should be educated. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is education for all. So what sort of quality measures does it take in the educational program? The points which are given in your textbooks are more than enough. Just for your reference, I'm just reading it. To provide infrastructure to school. Actually, the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan was renamed as Rajiv Vidya Mission in our state. According to your textbook, it is now Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is renamed. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is renamed as Rajiv Vidya Mission in our states. So, somebody are trying to get it. So now we are speaking about the quality assurances, quality assurance in education, that is SSA, RMSA and RUSA. We are speaking about SSA, that is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which is the prime motto of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is to give total quality management in the school system. We spoke what is total quality management. So including the infrastructure, including the teaching learning materials, including the teaching and non-teaching staff, including the administration, including the students. So everything, that is what is called as total quality management. So total quality management is assured in education through one of the program called as SSA, especially the main motto was to universalization of elementary education. At least basic education should be given to everybody. Free and compulsory education to everybody between the age group of 16 to 14 years. That is education for all. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan program, the main motto or the main goal or the main aim of it is to give education for all with free education, free and compulsory education, and also providing them food also in the schools. So SSA is one of the program which is going through. So there are some points given in your textbook, which these are the silent features of SSA. That is, to provide infrastructures to school, to identify the school-less habitation and establishment of new schools in those habitations. Now, this point clearly states that I already told you, according to some of the programs mentioned by the government of by the central government or government of India, what they have seen is you have to build a schools very closer to the habitation for about, if it is a primary school, 3 kilometers, if it is a higher or a secondary education school, within the 5 kilometers of the habitation. That is to have an accessibility to children to go to schools, to attend to their classes without any hurdles. So the second point clearly states that the SSA has to provide or see to it that there is a school closer to the habitation. That is, it has to see to it to identify the schools less habitations and establishment of new schools in those habitations. That is where there are people staying. So closer to that schools have to be built because it provides infrastructure to schools also. Then to upgrade the schools by providing additional classrooms, to strengthen the human resource and organizing the orientations, to construct toilets, to construct special toilets to girl children, to provide drinking water facilities and joyful gardens in the school. So these all come under, you can see, children learning improvement, CLIP and CLAPS, children learning acceleration programs for sustain. So you can just name all these silent features of SSA. They may be asking you questions separately. They may ask you the quality assurance of SSA. Sometimes they ask you quality assurance in education about RMSA. They may ask you quality assurance in education RUSA. So SSA, you remember 10 points. What does SSA do? You remember one thing, it is renamed as. You have to remember which year it got established. What was the prime motto? That is education for all, free and compulsory education for all from the age group between 6 to 14 years. And especially this was implemented. The only the primary object to implement this was to give education for all, that too equal education access to everybody. Not only that, the main motto was to universalization of elementary education. That is to make universal of elementary education. And another one is, it was renamed as Rajiv Vidya Mission in our state. You have to mention those points in the introduction. And silent features, the very 10 or very 5 which you feel and which you can remember, you have to write. This is especially about the elementary education. RMSA program, SSA program or RVM, Rajiv Vidya Mission is the program especially meant for elementary education. This is about SSA. Now coming to RMSA, that is Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, or it is called as RMVM, that is Rajiv Madhyamik Vidya Mission. So from Rashtriya Madhyamik to it has gone, so SSA also has changed its name, and this RMSA also has changed its name to Rajiv Madhyamik Vidya Mission. So this was launched in the year 2009. To main emphasis for RMSA is on secondary education. When we were dealing with the in the previous classes, we spoke about RMSA. What does RMSA? In your 4th unit, it is given Right to Education Act 2009, or when we were discussing about the secondary education, constitutional provision, policies and programs of secondary education, we discussed about RMSA. So RMSA, that is Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, which is renamed as Rajiv Madhyamik Vidya Mission, was launched in 2009. The prime scheme of 2009, or the prime scheme of RMSA, or why this program was introduced, was only to enhance access to secondary education and to improve quality. So remember, SSA is all about elementary education, RMSA is about secondary education, that is seeing through to improve the quality of secondary education in total education system. So RMSA is the prime responsible or has to take the responsibility of all the quality improvement, that is total quality management has to be taken care by RMSA or RMVM, which is as renamed Rajiv Madhyamik Vidya Mission. So the main prime criteria of RMSA is, you have to remember this one, pupil teacher ratio, PTR, pupil teacher ratio. In your first point, it is given, see, PTR. Now PTR is nothing but, make a note there, it is pupil teacher ratio. The main prime criteria or the main point which is not mentioned in SSA but it is mentioned in RMSA is, they clearly see to it that every teacher will have only 30 students. Maintaining of PTR in school system, they thought that was the first point and that was the first objective of RMSA, that is appointment of additional teachers to reduce PTR, that is parent-teacher ratio. 30 students, 1 teacher. That is the PTR ratio. General PTR ratio is 1 teacher, 30 students. But here in general terms, when we speak in secondary education, there will be 40 or 50 students where 1 teacher will try to manage everything. No section kind of thing in government schools. Only few government schools are there where they have sections also, 8A and B. So pupil teacher ratio is one of the prime criteria or one of the silent feature of RMSA, and also it focuses on science, maths and English education because it is being the secondary education which is very important for them to select their future, what kind of group they are going to select. So that is the reason much emphasis or focus is given on science, maths and English education. And also in service, training of teacher, establishment of science laboratories, ICT enabled education. Now ICT enabled education, you all know, information and communication technology, curriculum reforms and institutional reforms, teaching learning reforms, allocation of budgets in time and make use of funds effectively. So you all know the last point is establishment of the last point on the page, establishment of learning resource centers, example are ICT, EduSat and SAPNet. These all are the educational apps where or educational, what we call it as educational apps only, where it is used in the classroom, especially ICT and also EduSat and SAPNet. These are the organization, these are the links where education is departed. For example, now private school teachers are giving on online classes, whereas government schools are getting educated through these EduSat and SNAPNet. So when they log into this one, according to their classes, according to the subject, they can directly link up to the classes. So they use RMSA is all about secondary education. It will see the quality improvement of secondary education. The prime main feature of RMSA is to see pupil teacher ratio, and also much focus is given on science, maths and English education because it is being a secondary education. So silent features and all are the points which are given in your textbook. You just make a note. Organization, adolescent educational program. So this is all about the secondary education. Main emphasis is pupil teacher ratio, focus on major subjects, and also in-service training programs like in block resource centers and cluster resource centers also. RMSA is the main body which will take care of everything. RMS is the main body which takes care of everything. So that is about RMSA. Now coming to RUSA, that is Rashtriya Utachitra Shiksha Abhiyan. So this is it is not renamed, it is like that only, is a centrally sponsored scheme which is launched in 2013. So SSA is all about elementary education, RMSA is about secondary education, RUSA is about National Higher Education Mission. So RUSA is an international standard. It maintains international standard. It is all about higher education. I already told you, see, these we are speaking about 3. The first one is SSA, elementary education, RMSA is about secondary education, and RUSA, that is Rashtriya Uta Chatra Shiksha Abhiyan, is a centrally sponsored scheme launched in 2018 aiming to provide that is strategic funding to eligible state higher educational institutions. So the main thing of our RUSA is to see to it that the establishment of new universities, establishment of new model schools, establishment of 14 technical college in selected region, providing all facilities in all colleges, opening and refresh and innovative programs. So this is all about university education. It is about higher education. So when you write an exam, I'm again telling you, you will write when was it launched and at which year it was launched, the main aim or the main objective of this program, and what are the silent features of the program. SSA is about elementary education, from infrastructure to everything it has to take care. Then it was renamed as another name. Then coming to RMSA, the prime motto was about secondary education, and the main objective or the silent feature of RMSA was to see to it pupil-teacher ratio was the prime criteria about RMSA. Then RUSA is all about the university education, which is a centrally sponsored scheme which was established in the year 2013 to provide quality education. The main thing, see, this question is asked about quality assurances in India. It is not that what this program sees. It sees what are the silent features of this program to see to it the quality assurances in education system. So this is all about SSA, RMSA and RUSA. So you make notes of your own. First introduction should be, again I'm telling you, which year this was established, it was given a renamed after that, and what is the prime motto of SSA, and what are the silent features. 10 points you remember about SSA, RMSA and RUSA. So these you can write it on your own. Is it clear to everybody, ma? Now we are going to speak about regulatory bodies in quality assurance in education. Regulatory bodies in quality assurance in education. Now, in the previous classes, I already spoke to you about NACMA. You all would be knowing what is NAC, but in detail, we are going to discuss now in the classroom. In detail, we are going to discuss now. So, NAC is nothing but, it's an, sorry, 1 second, ma'am, give me 1 minute. Minutes, I'll be back in the class. Just 5 minutes, please. About regulatory bodies in quality assurance in education, that is NAC, NCTE and NBA. Today we are going to discuss about these three. Information is given in your textbook, but more little bit of we are going to discuss in the classroom now. Now, NAC is an organization that assess and accredits higher education institutions in India. So NAC was established during the year 1994, which was established by the UGC, that is University Grants Commission. Remember, University Grants Commission in the year 1994 has established this organization. This organization duty is to assess and accredit higher education institutions in India. So this headquarter is in Bangalore. So why this NAC was introduced? It is because based on National Policy in Education 1986, they had asked for a POA, that is called as Plan of Action, which was in the year 1992. See, this all is given in your textbook, ma. You can just go through. I'm telling about NAC. This is established by UGC, that is University Grants Commission, in the year 1994. But when this was discussed, that is quality assurance the quality regulatory body was first named, or was first started in the year 1986 itself, when there was national policy on education was going on. When these plans were taken, national policy on education has asked for a plan of action or program of action in 1992 to to show up a regulatory body or to form a new regulatory body to see the accreditation or to see the quality of each and every colleges or each and every institutions in the higher education. So that is the reason during 1994 UGC has founded this NAC, which sees through. This organization is an organization that assesses and credits higher educational institutions in India, and it is very important to see that during 1986 only this was coined, but later on in 1994, with the help of to see why this program of action, that is the policy of program action, was to address the issues of deterioration in quality of education. So address the issues. So what this policy on education has planned, it asked a few of the educationists to make a program of action or plan of action, POA, in 1992, to show up the regulatory bodies, to form a few bodies to see the quality in education system, and that was in 1994 this NAC was established. This NAC is presently in New Delhi. So it gives accreditation to everybody. For example, it gives accreditation according to the school system. For example, if it is based on, it gives criteria like A++ is given for the best colleges, and C is given for the accredit for the very least colleges, that is who are not up to that, who are not best. So least is given as a C, A++ is given as grading points. For example, if they see the range of institutional CGPs, that is if they see according to the status of the classes, they give, if it is from 3.5 to 4, it will give A++ accreditation. If it is 3.5 to 3.7, it gives A+. If it is 3 to 3.5, it gives A. So if you want, I'll just put this in your group. You can just see how does this NAC gives points or credits. You can just have a look of that. So this is all about NACMA. So what is the vision of NAC? It is nothing but to see to it that everybody, and you remember this NAC, every 5 years they give the accreditation points. Every 5 years they come for a survey. Every 5 years they come for visits to see. That is, we have to apply for NAC accreditation, and then for every 5 years they come and they give this accreditation points or give the what we call it as quality assurance. That is, they give the gradings. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this accreditation, it is not compulsory, ma'am.
It is compulsory.
Only those who are interested, they will apply for it.
No, ma. See, the thing is, accreditation is must and should for all the institutions. So what most of the institutions do is, in the higher education itself, what they try to do, there would be no qualified teachers teaching there, no qualified lecturers working there, no qualified principal being as a principal to those institutions, and no proper, for example, I don't want to take the names of the colleges, regular attendance are also be not there. So basing on all these, because we will have so many backlogs, due to which we ourselves, because we are, for example, I am having an institution where my students are not regular to the college, where my teaching staff is not educated as they should be, where my principal or the coordinator or the office staff, there is no proper rules, and my college is not established according to proper rules and regulations of the government. So I don't want the NAC to come and accredit me, because when they come and they give accreditation, it will be C. You understood, ma'am? So
yes, it should be made compulsory, ma'am. Then only there will be
that is what is there, Sangmitra. It should be made compulsory. But most of the time what happens is, the colleges which have NAC accreditation only, many of them wanted to go and join in such colleges, and their fees also will be more compared to the other colleges. Because once the NAC accreditation is given, it will be written on the board. For example, any college, Sri Indu College of Education, accredited by NAC A++. Then you get n number of admissions. Okay. So, but few of the colleges doesn't want NAC to come and visit their colleges, because they will be knowing all the back holes there. So that is why.
What all come under higher education, ma'am?
Yeah, Sangmitra, yes, ma'am.
What all degrees come under higher education? Right from intermediate?
All the university education, yes, from intermediate.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. All the intermediate, all the higher education comes under from intermediate, but all the university, ma'am. Till SSC, it is Board of Secondary Education. But from intermediate, we change our university level, and that all these comes under NAC. Even there are some intermediate colleges which are accredited by NAC.
Ma'am.
Yeah, Ramani.
Ma'am, is these you have these autonomous colleges, na ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Autonomous and normal, these affiliated colleges, they too have the accreditation, ma'am.
Yeah, they too have. See, what colleges I read, I told you, St. Anne's College of Education, second batch, is totally autonomous college, ma'am. But it is always accredited by NAC as A++. Every 5 years, they come, they see and give accreditation and go. And there is no irregular students there. Everybody should be like regular. All 180 students regular. So basing on that also, see, I told you, Nama, if we have some feasibilities where we cannot have this NAC accreditation in few of the colleges. But autonomous, yeah, Ramani.
UGC also give any grades, ma'am?
UGC does not give grade, but UGC has established a few organizations like this, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
Actually,
this is. Yeah, Ramani, tell me. Tell me, Ramani.
Actually, my St. Joseph's College in Vizag also is an autonomous college, so they too have, I think.
Yeah, most of them. See, I told you, to get a name and fame, NAC accreditation is, for example, we have this star ratings, to speak simply. If you want to buy any product or anything, we have this star rating. If it is 5-star rating, we all wanted to rush and go to buy those things. It depends upon the rating of the colleges also, ma'am. Even when you go through the websites for few colleges, many of the people will see the NAC accreditation. NAC accredited A++. Okay, come on, I want to go and join in those colleges. NAC has accredited A+. Okay, I want to go and join. NAC has accredited, for example, Shashi College in Tadepalligudam. I don't know how many of you all know. It's a very reputed college. Tirumala College in Rajahmundry. Intermediate and engineering colleges are NAC accredited A++. So I'm not sure about Telangana because I've been there and came here. So most of the intermediate colleges, engineering colleges and everything also are accredited by NAC.
Ma'am, does NAC release any list of the colleges for every year or 2-3 years, ma'am?
No, every 5 years this will be there, Sirisha. Every 5 years they'll come to check the colleges. It is the college which have to ask the permission of NAC to come and do the survey or what they call it as inspection.
Yes, ma'am, but after the inspection, will they release any
they give you accreditation certificate. They give you accreditation certificate.
But overall, will they give any, on any websites of you?
Yeah, they will be. You go through NAC website, ma. It is very interesting. Sir, mir NAC website ke vellandi, you will know full what is NAC.
Okay, ma'am.
There will be no cheating in NAC, ma. That is, I can tell. You cannot bribe NAC. Simply to say that you cannot bribe NAC. Is it clear, ma'am? So that is about NAC. Some points are given. Now coming to NBA. So NBA is nothing but national. I'll speak about NCT last, ma'am, because I tell you why I'll speak about NCT last. Now we are going to discuss about NBA. That is National Board of Accreditation. We are speaking about NBA, National Board of Accreditation. Now NBA is nothing but it is a program. Actually, NBA is nothing but it is a program which is used for, especially for some institution. That is, this is more helpful as some institution. They have, for example, my NBA is about accreditation to technical side. You remember one thing, this give recommendations to technical side. In your textbook it is given as the National Board of Accreditation, NBA. India was initially established by AICTE, that is All India Council of Technical Education, under Section 10U of AICTE Act in the year 1994. For what this has been established for technical institutions and programs, base education to specific norms and standards as recommended by AICTE. So I'll tell you what is NBA. It is called as NABA. Now, NBA accreditation is nothing but it gives accreditation to technical colleges only. So, what are technical colleges? Like engineering colleges, polytechnical colleges, these are accredited by NBA. So, this gives accreditation. So, just make a small note. NBA is, if you want to write down, you just make a note because it will be easy for you all. In your textbook, much information is not given. It is given, but still, if you all want to write down, you just make a note, ma. NBA is more specific. NBA is more specific that it accredits programs instead of the whole institution. Full stop. This is more helpful as some institutions may have a mix of excellent departments as well as average departments. Excellent departments as well as average departments. Full stop. So, continue writing. The objective of the body, that is the objective of NBA. The objective of the NBA is to assure the quality and relevance of education in professional and technical disciplines. Okay, ma. So the point I gave you this one is because many of them get confused with NAC and NABA, ma. So what is the difference between NAC and NABA? I'm going to tell you now. NAC and NABA is nothing but, ma, NAC is the accredited body, or it's a body or organization which give a quality, that is, which will check the quality as the institution as the whole, ma. It does not depend upon different departments. But coming to NBA, that is NABA, what it does, it's only concerned about only one of the, for example, one of the program. For example, there are many colleges which give, for example, there will be many programs or many courses offered in a college. For example, we take our Sri Indu only. So we have education college, we have MBA college, we have engineering colleges also. But NABA is only concerned about engineering college. But NAC is concerned about all the programs as one. It's only concerned about the name of the college or the institution reputation. So NABA is only concerned about technical courses, especially engineering colleges. So that is why I gave you the statement. NBA is more specific that it accredits programs instead of the whole institution. It is only about, instead of the whole institution, it gives only credits to only few programs like technical programs. So this is more helpful as some institutions may have a mix of excellent departments. So there will be different departments under one roof only, but it is concerned about only the technical department, that is engineering department. NABA gives accreditation only to the technical courses like engineering courses, like polytechnic courses. So it gives accreditation to only technical courses. For example, JNTU. So this JNTU is nothing but it's about all the technical courses. NBA gives accreditation to technical courses only, where NAC will see to the all-round development. For example, which access to autonomous institution, that is it sees through all performances of overall institution. So you understood what is difference between NAC and NBA?
Yes, ma'am.
So NAC sees the accreditation of all the institutions, that is under all, everything comes under NAC. But NBA only technical institutions. For example, when I was reading one of the article, I was really shocked to hear that last year in Kuwait, that is Kuwait Society of Engineers, KSE, it is called as KSE. So in last year, Kuwait Society of Engineers had announced that they have discovered 1,400 fake engineers. So Kuwait Society of Engineers, when they had done a survey, they had announced that they have discovered 1,400 fake engineers, out of which 70 to 80% were from India. So when they had survey, when these all engineers have done survey, they have seen that there were about 1,400 fake engineers working only in Kuwait. And that too, these 1,400 engineers from that is 70 to 80% of these, among these 1,400 engineers, everybody were from India. So it has released what it has, so the society, what it has decided is to give NOC only to the engineers who have NBA accreditation. Is it clear to you, Alma? So I'm again telling you, in the Kuwait society, when they had gone through a survey, they have shown there were about 1,400 fake engineers working in Kuwait. Among these 1,400 engineers, 70 to 80% engineers were from India without NBA accreditation. That is, their certificates were fake engineering certificates. So this survey, so what this society has done is, they see to it that they will only give NOC to those engineers whose colleges are certified by NBA. You all understood, ma? So that is the importance of NBA. That is the importance of NBA. So it is seen to now the society, as a result, the society had decided to only grant NOCs. Yes, ma, Mani Lavanya.
Breaking, not audible clearly.
My voice, ma? Lavanya, you're not able to hear my voice?
It's breaking, ma'am.
Everybody has the same problem, ma? Only Lavanya?
Ma'am, from my side it's okay. I think Lavanya ma'am having some network issue.
Yeah, need network issue emanna undemo Lavanya. Just have a look, ma. So again I'm telling you, so unless and until it is certified by NBA, most of the states or most of the countries are not allowing engineers to enter their places. So for example, I told you, it is the Kuwait Society of Engineers. They have seen that there were about 1400 engineers working in Kuwait, where 70 to 80% were fake, and those all fake engineers were from India itself. So basing on that, they had formed, or they had agreed to it, saying that unless and until they have this NBA accredited program on their graduate certificates, then only they are going to grant NOCs. Now NOC is nothing but to live and work in the country. NOC is no objection certificate. So no objection certificate is only given to those kind of engineers where their colleges are accredited by NBA. So is it clear, ma? So don't get confused with NAC and NBA. What are the silent features of NAC and NBA are given in your textbook. You can just go through. What are the mission of NBA and what are the objects of NBA? It is plainly given in your textbook. You can just have a look of that. Now coming to NCTE. NCTE, we have already discussed about NCTE. That is, what is NCTE, ma?
National Council of Teacher Education.
National Council of Teacher Education. So National Council of Teacher Education also is one of the program which acts as a regulatory body, especially for teacher education. So this is actually NAC or NCTE was established during the year 1970s only, ma'am. To tell you, it was it is not given in your textbook. Just make a note, ma. Small information I'll give you about NCTE. Just write down. NCTE a little history of NCTE that is not mentioned in your textbook. You just make a note, ma. The National Council for Teacher Education was set up by the National Council for Teacher Education was set up by Government of India, set up by Government of India in 1973. So actually you may ask question that it was in 1995 is given in your textbook, but actually this body was established by government. This was set up by the Government of India in 1973. But in 1973, write down, continue writing. 1973 as an advisory board, advisory body to the government at the center and the state. At the center and the state, comma, on matters related to teacher education, comma, on matters related to teacher education, full stop. I'm again repeating the whole paragraph once again. The National Council for Teacher Education was set up by Government of India in 1973 as an advisory body to the government of center and the state on matters related to teacher education. Will you stop? Continue writing. However, in 1986, the government framed. However, in 1986, the government framed. Whenever you hear the year 1986, you remember about national policy on education, or else a new policy on education. So, however, in 1986, the government framed a national policy on education, comma, national policy on education, comma, which stressed on the need to set up a statutory body, statuary, statutory body. Now, statutory body is nothing but according to the law. That is, it made the principle. It has made the principle that is government has decided in its national policy on education. It is related to statutory body, which is nothing but giving status to this one according to the law. According legally, this was made as a statutory body. It is statutory. Statutory body. In pursuance, P-U-R-S-U-N-C, in pursuance to National Council for Teacher Education. So pursuant is nothing but in according to the law. So now you understood 1973 itself, the NCTE was acting as a advisory body to the government at the center and state level on matters related to teacher education. It was just acting as an advisory board in 1973. But during the government formed during 1986, when the government has formed about NPE, National Policy on Education, it wanted a statutory body. That is, according to the law, according to the rules, according to the law, this was formed as a complete body which will see to teacher education. So, on August 17th, that is 17th August 1995, National Council for Teacher Education was confirmed as the statutory body. So this was this is called about NCTE. This is all about NCTE. So it was in 1970. During 1973 itself, this was acting as a normal body, but later on in 1995, this has become a statutory body to look after teacher education. Is it clear, ma, till now? So can anybody repeat the para which I just gave you all?
NCTE was set up. Ade kada ma'am?
అదే అమ్మా.
Yes, the NCTE was set up by Government of India in 1973. But in 1973, as an advisory body to the government at the center and the state on matters related to teacher education. However, in 1986, the government framed NPE, which stressed on the need to set up a statutory body in August 1995 for National Council for Teacher Education.
Okay, ma. So this body was just continue writing. This body was set to look after the. This body was set up to look after the teachers' education in the country. Look after the teachers' education in the country. As a first step, after country put a comma. After country put a comma, write down as a first step to produce. As a first step to produce good teaching professionals. As a first step to produce good teaching professionals in the country. So this is about NCTE, ma. Little history we just spoke about, and rest all you can just make a note. So these NCTE has four regional, for example, 4 regional committees of the council has been set up at Jaipur, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar and Bhopal for now northern, southern and eastern and western regions respectively. So these are NCTE programs. Or these are the regional institutions which are set up at different places in India. That is northern, west, southern, eastern and western cities like Jaipur, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar and Bhopal. Another thing, students, I'm giving you all notes. I don't know how many of you all are writing, but when I'm asking question, is it you're not able to understand my teaching or you're not at all attentive in my class? I'm not sure, ma. When I ask some question, nobody are answering. Only few of them are interacting. Rest of all, if you feel if it is waste of time, I'll stop giving you all notes. What is there in the textbook, I'll just read and I'll just finish off my class in 40 minutes. Actually, I'm not feeling well. My throat is not feeling well. I'm unable to speak, but still I thought I just wanted to complete your portion because you will have time to read for your second semester examination. I don't know how many of you all are listening to my class. I don't know how many of you are just let her speak whatever she want to speak. We will study what we want to study. See, I'm by the end of the day.
It is not the case, ma'am. We are listening. But the thing is, when there is a lot of interaction, it may cause disruption. So that's the reason. I am keeping quiet because I don't want to disturb the class. I don't know about that.
At least if all speak, at least I'll know that children are listening. Or I want an interaction. No, it is a two-way. Education is all about two-way. There are many in the group. I don't know. Only few of them respond when I speak. It is you. It is Ramani. It is Sangamitra. It is Mani Lavanya, and sometimes Shraddha. But sometimes Bhavani, but rest of all, I don't know. There are many in the group, but they just keep quiet. They'll be just listening to what I'm speaking. Amma,
no, that is not the case, ma'am.
Amma pandukuntunnar amma na class lo.
No, ma'am.
అది జోల పాట లాగుంటే నైట్ కాల్ చేస్తాను. 10 to 11 I'll take class. You will have a good sleep.
No, ma'am. No. That's not the case. It is only that I don't want to disturb the class. So I thought, okay.
Bhargavi, are you there in the class, Bhargavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sangamitra is there. Who is this? Sharada? See.
Ma'am, even afternoon class also same thing, ma'am. English ma'am keeps on asking.
Yeah. Ma'am, making notes of what you say. It is easy for me. Okay. Ramani, I know Ramani, you will write down. But there are few, no, I want everybody. It is not class for only few. Amma, with lot of pain, I sit for 1 hour and check your textbooks as well as I put Nitesh, what all textbooks and materials I go through to simplify the answers and give it to you, ma'am. Sharada, are you not there in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Sharada, ekkada paaripoyinavu Sharada nuvu?
రూమ్ చేంజ్ చేశాను మ్యామ్, కొద్దిగా ఊరు నుంచి సిటీకి వచ్చాను మ్యామ్ ఇప్పుడు.
ఓకే. ఈ క్లాస్ లో నువ్వు లేవు, ఎవరో చెప్పారు నీ పేరు పిలుస్తున్నారు మేడం రా అంటే నువ్వు వచ్చావు.
అలా కాదు మ్యామ్,
మీరందరు నా ఫేవరెట్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఇట్లయితే ఎట్లా శారదా?
మ్యామ్ నేను రూమ్ ఇన్ని రోజులు విలేజ్ లో ఉన్నా మ్యామ్, ఇప్పుడు సిటీకి వచ్చి 2 days అవుతుంది అంతే.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే. వాట్ అబౌట్ మాధవి?
టుడే ఆన్వర్డ్ నేను కంటిన్యూ క్లాసెస్ అవుతా మ్యామ్.
రేపు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ శారదా.
మ్యామ్ రేపు అది రికార్డ్ సబ్మిట్ చేయాలంట మ్యామ్, అదే నాకు టెన్షన్.
అదే మీకు రికార్డ్స్ టెన్షన్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. సరే మీ అందరి పనులు నేను తర్వాత చెప్తాను. మాధవి, are you there in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
From beginning? Okay. Nitesh?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm listening, ma'am.
Okay, Nitesh. Shrivani?
వింటున్నా మ్యామ్ క్లాస్.
వింటున్నా. Ramesh is Swati. Swati, no? Swati Nayak?
Generally, Swati Nayak is very active, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what Ramesh, Malot. It is Swati only, I know. Swati, are you there? You can hear me, ma? Sandhya?
Yes, ma'am.
Sandhya, exam రాయగలవమ్మా వచ్చి? Is it okay?
రాస్తా మేడం, 1 month అయిపోతుంది కదా.
1 month అయిపోద్ది కదా. ఓకే. పాపని ఎవరిదైనా ఓకే. Shahnaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you're there. Sirisha is there. Shraddha is there. I know. At least yes or no, ఏదో గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ మేము ఉన్నాం మేడం అని చెప్పండి అమ్మా, చాలు నాకు. రచన?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there, ma'am.
You are there. Venkatesh Madhula. Who is this, ma? There are many who are very active in the group but not active in class, ma. I don't know why. Yesterday also principal sir was telling me, madam మీరు సీరియస్ గా క్లాసెస్ చెప్పట్లేదు అనుకుంటా, అందుకే children are not coming అని. Shruti Kolangadi is very active in the social group, that is in the group, but not active in the class. They don't even bother.
Actually, ma'am, because of the festival, Dashera and Diwali.
Okay.
She told me to convey this because of the festival, and also both of her children are having classes.
But so one thing I'll tell you, Usha, when she was regular in principal sir's class, no Usha, it was from 10 to 11.
Yes, at that particular point of time, 10 to 11, it was possible for her to attend the class.
But at least she would have expressed her feelings. No, madam, I'm unable to. Only once in a while she put me messages saying that, madam, I'm busy, madam, I'm busy. We should be well, your faces or your name should be well versed for us.
Yes, I do agree.
Only, Usha.
But regarding Shruti, I personally know her, and she's a very good student, ma'am. She's a very good student.
Yeah, I know you all are very good students, Usha. I don't tell that you all are very good.
No, I'm saying about regularity, ma'am. Actually,
but that's what see Usha, thing is, you are a teacher, Usha. There are
Yes,
many
yes, ma'am.
students and you are teaching online. Only in your
Okay.
class few students are not present. Will it not hurt you or not?
Yes, of course, of
Does
course.
not it feel that whether you are not teaching well or what is the problem, why those students are not coming into my class? See, the first
Yes, of
thing comes into our mind is why are they not coming? Next,
Yes.
we'll speak to ourselves, okay, they would be having some work, that is the reason they're not coming. But still, there will be something poking in their heart. Why are they not students regular to my class only?
I do agree, ma'am. I do agree.
So
I
that
do
is the same.
completely agree.
Yeah. Okay, ma. So just drop it up. I just want to see how many of you are present. Okay, continuing with NCTE, ma. What
Okay.
are the programs which are recognized by NCTE? Those I'm going to tell you. It is given in your textbook. But those, if you all want to write down, you all write down. With this, we'll complete off today's class, ma. So what are the programs recognized by NCTE? And again, I'm telling you, NCTE is the body which is formed according to the law, which is formed according to the law by the government during NPEE, that is the National Policy on Education 1986 was formed. There was a need for a body especially for teacher education. See, this is a central government body which is responsible for planning and coordinating. So NCTE is a body which sees through the minimum qualification of appointment of a teachers, of a teaching courses. That is what should be the educational criteria for the children to enter into different departments and different fields, especially in education. And also it sees through the courses and content and also the duration, that is 1 year duration course or 2 years duration course. It sees through the content what should be given in teacher education and how many, that what course should have, what kind of practicality should be introduced into curriculum. These all are seen by NCTE at both central as well as the state level. Not only that, it also grants permission, it also grants a recognition to the institutions, especially the institutions called as educational institutions. So what kind of programs does these conduct? We are going to see now. The first one is Diploma in Elementary Education. It is called as DEIED, D.EI.ED, that is Diploma in Elementary Education. It is not DED, it is D.EI.ED. This is especially, it is about elementary education. D.EI.ED, that is Diploma in Elementary Education. Next one is B.EI.ED. It is EL, I think so. D.EL.ED, that is Diploma in Elementary Education. Now B.EL.ED, it is called as Bachelor of Elementary Education. So what are the programs which are recognized by NCTE? Why am I giving you these notes? Because when you write the abbreviations for all these points, your whole page will be filled for an essay answer. See, you cannot write everything about NCTE in 2 pages. At least if you write these kind of courses or these kind of short forms or these kind of abbreviations, it will be helpful for you, and also the people who are correcting your paper will know that you know something about NCTE. So first program is D.EL.ED, that is Diploma in Elementary Education, and next one is B.EL.ED, that is Bachelor of Elementary Education. Another program is BED. You write down the abbreviation for BED, you know, Bachelor in Education. And also DED, that is Diploma in Education. B.ED. The third one is B.ED. The fourth program is D for donkey, D.ED. That is Diploma in Education. And fifth one is M.ED, that is Masters in Education. Masters in Education. And also the sixth one, there are many programs which are recognized by NCTE. Next one is D.P.ED. D.P.ED. That is Diploma in Physical Education. diploma in physical education. Now, diploma in physical education is whoever does these diploma, that is whoever does these program, whoever goes through, this is especially for the physical trainees, PT teachers in schools and government schools. So they have to have these degree qualification, that is diploma in physical education, D.P.ed. The same as D.P.ed, there is also B for book, B.P.ed, that is Bachelor of Physical Education. As there is diploma in physical education, there is also Bachelor of Physical Education, and as a Bachelor of Education, there is also Master of Physical Education, that is MPED. DPED, BPED, MPED, that is Masters of Physical Education. Right down. Another one is Diploma in Art Education. Diploma in Arts Education, ARTS, Arts. Diploma in Arts Education. So, Arts Education in the paragraph, in a small, this one you write down, put the, so visual arts. So, diploma in arts education, what sort of arts is? Visual arts, ma'am. Visual arts, VISUAL, visual arts. Next one is diploma in art education. Another one also is diploma in art education, which is performing arts. Performing arts. So can anybody tell me what is this difference between BEd in Arts Education Visual Arts, BEd in Arts Education Performing Arts? In the brackets you write down Visual Arts. Yes, ma'am.
No, nothing.
Ma, visual, what is difference between visual arts and performing arts, ma? Is there a difference between visual art and performing art?
Performing arts means karate, kung fu, na ma'am.
No, ma. That comes under. Yeah.
Drama side.
Yes, ma. See, visual arts, you have your EPC 3 and EPC, I don't know whether it is EPC 3 or EPC 4. You will have a project called as Drama and Arts. You will have a project called Drama and Art, where you will clearly know what is visual art and what is performing art. Visual art ante hasta kalalu is visual arts, ma. Anything you're making with your hands and which are visible. For example, a toy. For example, mehendi is an art. For example, you're putting a rangoli or you're painting something. Everything comes under visual arts. Performing arts ante dance, drama, or any mono action thing. So everything, when you're performing on a stage, it is called as a performing art. So all the film industry artists are performing artists. Anything which you're doing, whether you're singing, whether you're dancing, whether you're doing a drama, whether you're performing a mono action on the floor, whether you're going through, whether you're making a small play kind thing, everything comes under performing art. So there is a diploma course for that also. And this visual arts are art teachers. There are some art teachers in the school, painting teachers. So they have to do this diploma in arts education, visual arts, diploma in arts education, performing arts. And also write down BEd distance education programs. BEd distance education program. And next program is 4 years integrated course. Now, in the future, we are going to have this 4 years integrated course. According to NP 2020, 4 years integrated course has been introduced into education. So this is already there in few of the regional educational institutions. So 4 year integrated course. So in the brackets you write down ma. Example, BA BED, BA BED or BSc BED, BA BED or BSc BED. 4-year integrated course is also recognized or program recognized by NCTE. The last one, 3-year integrated course. 3-year integrated course leading to BED or MED. BED and MED. BED, MED. 3 years integrated course leading to BED, MED. That is when you have joined your BED, 2 years is your BED course and 2 years is your MED course. But there are few colleges which have integrated courses. That is when you join, you can make BED and MED in 3 years. Is it clear, ma? So these all are the programs recognized by NCTE. So few of them are given in your textbook, ma. Various teacher training programs like CD, DED, BED, BSc, BED, MSc, MA. So regarding, don't write all those, but what all I gave you, you just write down. What are their full forms and all, so that your answer will be elaborated. Is it clear, ma? So we spoke about NAC, we spoke about NBA and also NCTE. So tomorrow's class we are going to speak about Rehabilitation Council of India and also about AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, that and also the last unit, National Knowledge Commission and University Education. With that we finish off our the 5th unit, ma. So tomorrow for sure I'm going to join you by 11 because I want a bit class. By 12 we'll try to finish off everything. So with this we finished our 4.4, only half we have done. So tomorrow's class we are going to discuss about RCI and AICTE and Quality Council and also National Knowledge Commission and University Education for tomorrow's class. With tomorrow we are going to finish about unit 5 and I'm going to leave you. Before that I'm going to speak to Principal Sir tomorrow what he suggests me. So according to his suggestion, most probably there won't be any class, ma. But still if he feels no, why you don't have to leave, you have to do, we'll see to it. We'll find another way for that. But for today we are going to finish off the class now, and tomorrow we are going to go with the 5th point, that is National Knowledge Commission and University Education, and little bit about RCI and AICTE. Is it clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Sirisha.
Visual di చెప్పింది కదా మ్యామ్,
అవునమ్మా.
బ్యాచులర్స్ ఆఫ్, దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీ, దెన్ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ మొత్తం విజువల్ కిందకే వస్తుంది కదా మ్యామ్.
ఏంటమ్మా
ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీ చెప్పారు కదా మ్యామ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్.
అంటే పర్ఫార్మింగ్ ఆర్ట్స్ అంటే యాక్టర్స్ అన్నానమ్మా.
మ్యామ్ ఓన్లీ పర్ఫార్మింగ్ కి వీళ్ళు వస్తారు కదా మ్యామ్, రిమైనింగ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ విజువల్ కిందకి తీసుకుంటే మీ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ మొత్తం విజువల్ ఆర్ట్స్ కిందకి, అంటే బ్యాచులర్ ఆఫ్
అది విజువల్ ఆర్ట్స్ అంటే జస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకున్నాను. యాక్చువల్లీ మూవీ ఇండస్ట్రీని ఇందులో కలపలేము, దట్ ఇస్ టోటలీ డిఫరెంట్. కానీ ఇదేంటంటే స్కూలింగ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లో పర్ఫార్మింగ్ ఆర్ట్స్ అంటే స్టేజ్ మీద పర్ఫార్మ్ చేయడం, ఒక యాక్టర్ గా పర్ఫార్మ్ చేయడం. సో ఎనీథింగ్ వాటిని పర్ఫార్మింగ్ ఆర్ట్స్ కింద వస్తుంది. We are speaking about education. So there are some teachers who are getting diploma courses like this and joining into schools, especially ఇప్పుడు సంగీతం టీచర్ ఉన్నారమ్మా, they do this diploma in art education. There are some schools instruments నేర్పించే టీచర్స్ ఉన్నారు, సాంగ్స్ నేర్పించే, మ్యూజిక్ నేర్పించే టీచర్స్ ఉన్నారు, సంగీతం నేర్పించే టీచర్స్ ఉన్నారు, క్రాఫ్ట్స్ నేర్పించే టీచర్స్ ఉన్నారు. సో దే విల్ హ్యావ్ టు డూ దిస్ డిప్లొమా కోర్సెస్ అమ్మా.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Is it clear?
And these teachers also give diploma certificates, ma'am.
Yeah, they have to have this.
No, their students, if they are learning from a diploma certificate teacher, they are also eligible for giving the same certificate. Like certain course, if they do, they also give certificate to their students, like diploma. You understood now?
No, Ramani, I did not.
Ma'am, if I am a diplomaed music teacher,
Okay.
so if I am doing my diploma, so I can also like recommend my children. In my presence, I can train them, and I can also issue certificate to my children in diploma.
You're giving me a like you're saying the right one, or you're asking me?
No, I am asking, ma'am. I am
No, Ramani,
asking.
no,
Am I eligible?
No, you're not. You cannot give certificate like that. Only thing is participation, school level participation లో జరిగే సర్టిఫికెట్స్ ఇస్తారు కానీ డిప్లొమా అనేది ఇవ్వరమ్మా.
But some teachers, like music teachers, they say, "Na ma'am, I did this, so in my presence, you can also have diploma training certificates. They'll give." They say, "Na ma'am," so they'll be having understanding.
No, that is not understand actually.
They will be tied up with other institutions so that their children can
But
perform
we are
and they will
speaking
get
about,
that.
yeah, especially in education we are speaking అమ్మా. అంటే ఈ డిప్లొమా కోర్సెస్ లో జాయిన్ అవ్వాలంటే కూడా నీకు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ క్వాలిఫికేషన్ క్రైటీరియా ఉంటుంది కదా. బీఈడీలో మీరు జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు మీ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ క్రైటీరియా బట్టి డిగ్రీ కంప్లీట్ అవుతేనే మీరు బీఈడీలో జాయిన్ అయ్యారు. సో ఈ డిప్లొమా కోర్సెస్ లో కూడా ప్రయర్ గా ఏదైనా ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ క్రైటీరియా ఉంటుంది. ఒక 8th క్లాస్ పిల్లోడు వెళ్ళి డిప్లొమా సర్టిఫికేట్, ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఫేర్. సో ఒక ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ క్రైటీరియా బట్టి డిప్లొమా కోర్స్ సర్టిఫికేట్స్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్ బై ది గవర్నమెంట్ ఉంటుందమ్మా, ఆర్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్ బై ది యూనివర్సిటీ ఉంటుంది. వాళ్ళకి ఈజీగా చేయడానికి ఉండొచ్చు కానీ ఏంటంటే పార్టిసిపేషన్ లేదా ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ సెకండ్ క్లాస్ లేదా ఫస్ట్ వచ్చారనో సెకండ్ వచ్చారనో స్కూల్ నుంచి తరపు నుంచి ఇస్తారు కానీ డిప్లొమా సర్టిఫికేట్స్ నాట్ ఇన్ ది యూనివర్సిటీ లెవెల్ మా.
Ma'am, and what about this Hindi we have, na ma'am? Hindi Prathamik Shiksha.
Hindi
they get certificates. Pandits and all. It's also diplomatic courses.
That is also diploma courses in education. అయితే what they have mentioned is only these one. We'll see to it. ఒకవేళ తెలుగు పండిట్స్ హిందీ పండిట్స్ కూడా ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ కోర్సెస్ కానీ there are no colleges especially for them as I know.
So some children like 8th class till 6th to 8th class, they can write Hindi Prathamik.
Yeah.
Right?
I know,
they
I
are
know.
not. So I am asking, they are also like they are not from this education. This one, they are totally.
I don't. Yeah, would be that. No, that only. No, if it is like that, they would have given in your textbook or the other journals what I have read. That does not come under educational programs, Mama. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know if it is like that. Telugu pandits unnaru, Hindi pandits unnaru, but even in our colleges also those courses are not entertained. I don't know why. It is directly through the university level lo mari ento. Even in our college also there is no separate group for Telugu or it is only M1 and M2. Or even in the MED level also there is actually in MED level there is no selection of methodologies. Everybody has to read the same subjects. It is general subjects in MED, but only in BED and DED they have to select their M1 and M2. But there is no language. One of your senior student, she had Hindi as her M1 actually. I don't know, ma. So they does not come under NCT program anymore, ma. It would be something else, but we will see to it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Nitesh, tell me, ma'am.
one of our classmate Sunita Rajputra had started a business, ma'am. They opened a mart, so today is the grand opening, it seems, ma'am. So
Okay, so we have to congratulate her, Sunita. Is she your classmate, ma'am?
yes, ma'am, yeah, she is our classmate only.
Okay, so everybody, I don't know where, which place it is, Nitesh?
Just a second, ma'am. It's in Meerpet, ma'am.
మా మీర్పేటలో సునీత అనే అమ్మాయి దర్ ఇస్ మార్ట్
Vilok
ఓపెన్
Mart.
అంటమ్మా.
విలోక్ మార్ట్ అంట మ్యామ్.
వాట్ మార్ట్ నితేష్?
విలోక్ మార్ట్.
Vilok Mart. If ever you go there, please, anybody staying near to that, it's an open invitation. You can go and visit that mart. Okay, Nitesh, Shantinamma?
Yes ma'am, thank you so much.
Okay, ma. Okay, thank you, ma. Thank you all so much. See you all tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last class. Please join as soon as possible. Sure, by 11 I'm going to start the class, ma. 11:50 itself I'm going to send you all the link. From 11 to 12 I'm going to end up the class tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
What about 3 o'clock class, ma?